Hello there. You're watching the recording of this stream. And because you're watching the recording of this stream, you'll also be able to see it in the quality that I have uploaded it and not have the issue with bitrate. At least I'd hope that would be the case. Hello there, Spike Hello there. I'll invite you. Right, you still have the map. Does anyone still have a spreadsheet of the information that I have right now? Because the most information I have right now is currently the character designs of all your characters, but not the information of so far what we have in the story. Because I still need to remember what the name of the king was. Why is this being patched? Just go, oh yeah, right, music. There it is.
I just think so, 'cause it's
Yeah, I gotta remind myself like what we happened in our story. Choose a color. I don't care, purple. Also, by the way, I am the streamer, and if you do not like me, Mr. Streamer, you're not gonna like seeing that over there on the side. But sadly, this is what you're looking for. This is the DnD stream, and if you don't like what I do, I don't know what else to say. All right, do you accept the host? Yes. All right, and I gotta pull up the chat on my phone because I can't see you guys unless you're on my phone.
That's my mic monitor.
All right, there it is. See here, I gotta close some fucking windows. I have a lot of windows open now. Let me close that. Let me close that. Let me close the Discord. And I think that should be all the windows I need to close. We left the town and royalty will find some who fired some holy magic. We left the town because the royalty who fired some holy magic. That doesn't sound right. I'm gonna check it myself. Hold on. That doesn't sound oddly correct. Let me go look at the last stream and let me make sure about that, because I gotta make sure like I'm doing this right. Who keeps subscribing to my fucking channel? Guys, don't sub to like a YouTube. What the fuck? I don't even do anything there. Let's see here. Let me turn off this music real quick. What's the last thing we did? So you guys left the town, right?
And then these two girls,
See here.
one of them was caught up.
Because I gotta remind myself like what happened during the scene. So let me just listen in closely just to make sure. All right, let me see here.
The other one was trying to.
Let me see here.
Nami, but she's black.
So what happened in this story?
Officers walking closer to both of you guys. It's seeming like
Yeah, I pulled that card.
You have to escape the city now.
No, okay, so there wasn't any holy magic fired. I was going to be saying, like, did I activate the purity spell? Like, there's no way I would activate a purity spell so early in the game. Just to make sure, like, that everyone... No, I don't think I activated a spell. But it was the fireworks that apparently burned some of the light touch on this character. What burned him? I don't think the fireworks were made out of that. No, I don't think so. Maybe it was some iron. I'm not too sure. I gotta remind myself a lot. Please do not use the in-game chat to chat with me right now, because I'm currently like trying to reload this stuff. So if you guys want to talk to me with the stream chat for the time being. You can use the in-game chat later on, but right now I'm like trying to recur what we did last time. So I've been seeing so far how we've been developing the story of the 4 beasts not being there, foul beasts. Some of the magic hit my character and singed my face. Did I? I didn't know I gave them holy magic this early. Well then, what's the name of the king? We gotta keep that in memory. Like, we have to make sure we keep that name in memory, because, like, that's gonna be really important. You guys don't know that it's important, but I want to keep that name important to me. Let me find it. What do you mean, let me find it? I put it in the chat. This is why I say don't talk into the non-main channel, because like I need that to make sure I can recur it for information, just in case you fuckers like have a talking point you got to speak about. All right, so that's why I have that chat there. Let me find it. Spike disconnected. Spike, why are you having connection issues? You could probably open up the stream on your phone if you're having issues like keeping 2 windows open. Just open it up on your phone. Don't open up my stream on your like computer.
And the one time Brooke doesn't join them.
That wouldn't happen if you allowed embeds in general. I don't care. You know the rules. I don't care if you want pictures in general, bro. That's not the meme channel. If you want to talk and post memes, go to the meme channel. Like, that channel is not the meme channel. No memes in general. What do you mean? I said, yo, you could talk in general in the meme channel. And you could post memes in the meme channel. But no memes in the general channel. I gotta keep that text only. At least for the time being. Nick and DnD chat is locked solely to type so you can read over the notes. Yeah, should probably do that. I'm not gonna do that now. At least not now.
The bonsai too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that now. For now, I'm going to just tell you guys. You gotta tell me the name of the king. Like, look through those chats and tell me what the name of the king is, because like I gotta remind her. Also, by anyone watching the stream right now, like skip like an hour or maybe 20 minutes ahead to like when we actually start. If you want to actually reread on like what our heroes are up to. We are still missing someone though. Currently we are missing someone. So if anyone can, you know, tell the person that's missing in this chat to get online and come into the thing, that'd be great. If you can't, well, either I'm gonna kill off his character, or I'm gonna make sure that we have to do something else differently where his character is not involved. It could be a meme. You could just say it's a funny picture. It don't matter if it's not or it is. Also, I gotta mod both of you. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. Not if I want to post me. Underclick. You know the reason I have that chat like single open and like clean is because I want to make sure I can keep it for notes. But since you won't respect that, I gotta make my own fucking channel for D&D things. Alright, let me go do that. This is Steam. This is not Discord. Can someone tell me the name of the king, please? Like, I need the name of the king. Minecraft. We're gonna change one of these channels. The Minecraft mod glossary. We're gonna change out the name of that one. Now I'm gonna edit this. See here, edit channel. DnD notes.
Also, wait, you're just cut off
There we go.
communications. That's it, right?
Save changes.
Not like even like multiplayer brand.
Okay, now I set up a D&D notes channel. So from there on, we're gonna put on the notes there. Give me a sec. I'm scrolling. Okay. Because we still have we have some information here, such as gay underclick over here, and so 4840 is the amount of gold you guys have. So I'm gonna put that in the information there. So how did I label these? So it's what did I call the money? So it's like shillings, silver and copper. I did not call it that, did I? I'll call it shillings and something else, right? Shillings, silver, and pence. I did not call it gold. There's no way I called it gold. There's come on, underclick. Like you can't call me that stupid. There's no way I called it gold. Valhalen. Okay, so that's his name. King Valhalen. What the hell did you put on the floor? Meat. Inventory pouch. The fuck? What is this here for? There we go. I like it. Okay. Are we seriously going to represent this with golden coins? Bro, I literally said it's not going to be gold. Like, I literally said it's not gold.
I had to deal with you, motherfucker.
Finally, grass. I can touch it. Shut the fuck up. Okay. I'm not going to call it gold. I'm not calling it gold. I've told you guys this before. I'm not calling it gold. I'm calling it shillings. Okay? I will give it a more stupid name if you guys don't let me call this whatever the fuck I want. I will give it an even stupider name. Then just rename the coins to shillings. You can't handle my potion streamer. I don't care about your potions. Bronze coins. No, we're calling it bronze coins. There's no way. Gold coins. Fuck, I can't be bothered to have this be gold coins. It's so dumb. I just typed it for easy sorting. Kerr, what are you trying to label me as? Kerr is being quirky and unique. Bro, do you really want a story where it's a bunch of boring shit? Or do you want a story where there's actual fucking meaning in the decisions? That's what I thought. Now shut the fuck up. Alright, let me see here. Let me change this name. So scripting, no. Well, how do I change the name of this stupid thing? Oh, there it is. Gold coins, we'll call this shillings. Shillings. Tempus. Pins. Oh, I love this, dude. Okay. So, 40 pins, 8 tempus, and 4 shillings. Dude, I love this. This is so cool. These are quirky names. These are actually very interesting. So this is all the inventory you guys have in your inventory? Just one jammy bread? Pretty sure you got 2 of them, didn't you? Or did you just got 1? Who the fuck is making that noise? We get it. Doubloons. Okay, there he is. Alright. So, last time we met our adventurers, you were going outside of the castle and you were going to explore the woods because you were ostracized from the insides of the castle due to possible political allegations that you might have been monsters that infiltrated the castle. Currently, one of your characters is a demon, one of them is a wolf, and one of them is deeply possessed by a god. A god of what? We do not know yet. A god that you will be finding out what it does later on. Not now, because I will not be revealing any information till later on. That's how stories work. What? Shut the fuck up. All right, let me grab your monies here. I gotta make sure I have this close by, because like I gotta. It'll be using this a fair bit to like make sure we can do some trade. Huh? Shut up. All right. So are these all your hit points? Right, Underclick has not reached his full HP. This is... Okay, we gotta remind ourselves what our HPs are. So, who has the red HP bar? Who's red? Let me go to green. Where the fuck is Metal Cube? Oh, Metal Cube doesn't even have this game. Right, I have to like do this manually for him. Coin bags help, right? Yeah, they're helping. Red is metal. Okay. So this is Metal Cube. This is Spike Vein. This is Underclick. Right. Can I change your... Yeah, I could change your colors manually. You will be... purple. And you will be... black. There we go. Alright. I can say stuff now. Shut up. Alright. Start of the story. So our adventurers made out of the camp. It was an easy way to get out of there. There was nothing else to really do but exit the town and make a shirt to the shoreline that was close by. You guys made it to the outside of the beach, nearby a cliff face, but there was nothing more for you to do other than plan. You were just ostracized from the entire town, and there's nothing else you can do except be outside from it, because if you return there, you'd be hunted down and killed. Do you not know if your assumption was correct, but it seems like those officers that were coming after you had a plan for your bodies. So, now that you guys have left, you now have to explain to everyone else. This is why I say, guys, have my stream open, because if you disconnect, this will happen. But, you know, it's fine. Can Spikeface still hear me? My game crashed. Give me a second. That's fine. Don't worry about it. As for our story so far, the only one that is asking questions currently would probably be Metal Cube, since he was not really targeted. You two were the ones that are targeted, not him. So if anything, he would possibly be confused about the situation. I know I'm railroading, and I know I'm directing, but I know you guys are really new to this. So, probably the best thing for me to do is possibly just railroad a little bit so you guys understand what your situation is in. You guys are at the sandy beaches of a nearby shoreline. Positions, actions, do what you must. Go ahead.
I just focus on shit that you have. Really gives them multiple amount of rewards.
I've had years to prep. Bro, you've had 2 weeks. Shut up. Breaking my internet by having stream open. Bro, use your phone. Use your phone. Like, open up your phone.
What are you trying to make?
Phone bad. I don't... Bro, you can buy a 44,000 euro car.
Why the fuck are you gonna make
You can buy a car like that, but you can't open up your phone? No stand? Bro, you don't need a stand. You just need to listen to me. Put in an earphone. Put your phone next to yourself. Or put it in your pocket. Put it on your tummy. Put it on your table, dude. It doesn't matter.
your honey for demon drugs?
You don't have to look at the stream. You just have to listen. That's it. Turn on audio only on your phone. I need my mosaic for my PC. What? I need my music for my PC. Bro, I have music playing right now. Listen to the stream. I forgot to turn on my music. Hold on. Let me just turn that on. Yeah, like, bro, turn on the stream on the phone.
You don't need a specific item for it, German.
Under, got a crap phone, rip. I have my cool music, and I have my cool stream. Now open up my cool stream on your phone.
In world, the melding thing or mega potions?
I'll just deal with the delay. Right, there is a delay. Probably would have been a better point for you to start with. You probably should have just said that in the first place.
You can.
There do be a delay. Thank you. Now I can close voice chat. What do you mean voice chat?
Then go on an expedition.
You know, the reason I want you guys to watch the stream is because, like, the viewer count matters, right? Like, you know that the viewer count matters for other people to see the streams. That's why I want you guys viewing the streams. That's how Twitch promotes the streams to other people. I'll keep it on video only. Keep it on audio only. You don't even have to look at the video. Just keep it on audio only. Alright, what the fuck did you guys load in? Like, you just reset the map. What just happened? Did you unload something?
Why the fuck? Go on an expedition, get shit.
Where did my guy go? You just rewinded time. You clicked one of the rewind buttons, you dumbass. I got a crap phone. Alright. Start. Okay. I already gave you guys the disposition of your position. Now, your actions. Your actions. Like, I gave you guys, I already gave you the positions. Actions. Anyone. Metal Cube, that means you too. Collect sand. Why? I mean, you can do that, but, like, why? Pocket sand. Do I have to railroad your character again? Reminder. Underclick. I know. But still, this is your character we're talking about? I don't care if you want to carry pocket sand. It doesn't work the way you think it does. I will invoke the power of your god and say, no, you will not pick up sand. Because that is stupid. Reminder, you have to keep in character. I've told you guys this multiple times. And Spikevane and Metal Cube have been doing a good job of making sure they can stay in character. Underclick? I mean character. Your character wouldn't fucking pick up sand. Also, you know, Spikevane put out a question. Any of you to answer? If you could see anything in the distance. All you can see is molten rock from a nearby mountain, but a cliff you cannot climb. Sand for miles across this beach. And a few palm trees scattered nearby. Nothing really seems to make sense here, unless you go back from the cliff you just came from. But if you go back, you might have run the danger of running into new soldiers. Any other positions? Metal Cube has not talked. Is Metal Cube even here? Hold on. Did Metal Cube leave? I better not have seen him leave. Bro, he's in this campaign. He better not have. I swear to... I'm pulling up the fucking information here.
That's why you go on expeditions.
Why are you sharing what happened to Minecraft mods? He says as he reads the... see here. I'm checking right now. I'm checking. Is he here? I don't think he's here.
Alright, you need help with the mission or something?
Why'd you grab that?
Without them.
I will not represent King Valhalla with King Edamon.
For bones.
Fancy king guy there. No.
His part's not bones.
But it's a king, but you're not supposed to know that information.
I mean, you can.
Like, what, like, you're not supposed to know that information. Like, yes, he's a king, but at the same time, that information is not known to you. He could still be in the town, or he could have teleported away. You don't know about that. That's the whole point of, like, it being a story that you guys are a part of. When you guys separate, you guys can know different things about each other, but you guys won't know where everyone else is, because this is your story. Tell me, how many times have you gone outside and know that your liquor store is still there when you go back to that liquor store? You could have not known it got crashed in by a car, and now they're permanently closed for the rest of their lives. The whole point of, like, making a story where the story builds around you. But it's a king, no. Yeah, well, there's nothing here, buffoon. One direction's for cliff, and the other's hellish wasteland. Back to the best. There's my response. Alright, you guys keep responding. I gotta go to something, because I was just recently called. I'll be right back. Let's just quickly do this. I'll be right back. Alright. Did I click the thing back? Or did I not? Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's see here.
Look at his profile.
Looks at the wolf buffoon. You're rude to keep us from the grades. People here wishes one of the person that could easily harm you. There's a difference between a buffoon, and a buffoon is a jester. Reminder. Spikeman does not look like a jester. He hasn't got clothes that make him look like a jester. He got some armor. But he doesn't look like a jester. At least not yet. Also, hold on. I gotta give him...
No.
Yeah, he has a mask, but that doesn't mean he looks like a jester. That's just like saying, like, oh, because you have a perm, you're black? Like, no, what the fuck? You know what? Maybe your character is prejudiced. Maybe your character is prejudiced. We'll just say that. He's prejudiced. Just like you. We'll just say, like, both of you share that you're both prejudiced. What's prejudice? It means you judge people immediately on their appearance. Underclick. Being prejudiced is not a good thing. I know that, like, you know, maybe all these jokes to you sound like they're like funny things where you just do like funny quips. I don't care how much you might think it's funny. It doesn't mean that you're funny. It means that you're being a bigot. That's not a good thing. All right? I mean, none of them. I hope you don't. Because the more you like easily like brush this off, it makes me think like, yeah, you are fucking a bigot for this shit. I understand, you know, funny moment. But you gotta be able to remind people like, no, I don't mean that. I'm an r/nice guy. You know those are incels, right? That's the joke. Yeah. Remind people that it's a joke. Because, like, again, no one can tell that you're joking with text chat. Everyone just assumes, like, oh, no, I'm obviously really racist. Like, what the fuck? You can even do it the funny way by just doing the Devilman thing. That's a joke, lads. There you go. See? Easy. Yeah. Again, you guys have not made a decision yet. And Melcube hasn't talked. Yeah, Melcube has not talked. I have to dictate his character now. Alright. Metalcube at this moment says... Oh, wait. What is his name again? Metalcube's character? It's like Steve, isn't it? Or is it like... Is it James? We're just going to go with James. His name is Gorilla? That's not his name. That's not his name. No, it's not. I will pull up last night's stream. I will pull up last night's stream. You're looking at the character sheet he has yet to update. That's not his name. No. No, it's not. Let me see here. Let me put up full brightness on the phone here so I can look at the chat. There we go. Ask Metal. I can't ask Metal. He's not here. I don't know where he went, but he just left. I bet you a Twinkie. Bro, shut up. Metalcube being the character he is, I think this is what he's gonna do. Well, as long as you guys are fighting, I don't really care about what the situation is. But I do want to know, what the hell was all that? You guys ran from a city with food and people in it? Yes, I might be a thief, but even I'm not dumb enough to run from a city going to a place of mobs. Mobs being monsters that you probably didn't know. But clearly, we should have stayed in the city. Why are we out here in the brick of nowhere? What could have possibly led you to imagine that would be a good idea to just leave the city? Hang inside and rub his... Look, we need a plan. There's danger all around us. We have no idea where we are. Want a good sandwich. There's danger in town. Danger in town? In what way was there danger in town? I saw nothing but pure fireworks display. Blating pures of amenities that I've not seen anywhere else. It was a beautiful, most wonderful area that I could have pillaged for a few more coin. But clearly, you people were stupid enough to drag me out here with you.
No, he's in freaking world as lava. There's always been a lava one.
This is the thing about, like, you know, conversations with people that don't have microphones. You gotta have to, like, wait for them to type out the message. So if you're wondering, like, oh, why did I just randomly pause there? It's because I'm waiting for a message. I mean, you're right. But considering how much they hate non-men, people, I don't know what they're called, people who aren't man things, considering me and the mask guy are not a man thing, we're not safe there. So we should try to avoid them. Man thing? What are you talking about? You're obviously men. How would you even be in the city if you were not men? And suddenly, a gust of wind blows the helmet off of Underclass's head. A gust of wind, permitted by the god that is possessed over his body. His helmet falls off, and now Metalcube sees the real reason. Oh, you... what? You're not men? You... with the mask, you're... Oh... That is interesting. I did not think you two would be unclean. Bark, bark, fuck. No, no, no. You do not look like a dog. Remember, your body is morphing due to your god's decision. You're not always going to be a dog. Reminder of that. You, especially. You're very unclean by your disposition. I mean, you could say you're a wolf. You could do what you want, but I dictate how the god works with your body. So, you know. That's the whole point of making sure what you've been developed is, because I want to make sure your character is pulled in line. I know I gave your character a lot of power, and, you know, it might be unfair to other people that are also part of the story that, like, why the fuck does Underclick get so much power? I made sure to balance it, because I'm going to be restricting the fuck out of you because of all that power you have. I will not abuse it. I don't care if you will or will not abuse it. I'm still the god in this universe, and I will dictate what will or will not happen to you. Because, again, this is the story that I'm crafting for you. Okay, sir. Tapped his fingers inside, glaring at the wolf. Then sighs and takes off his mask, giving a small smile. Well, it's hard to be clean sometimes, so these fireworks are a bit... Okay, weird. Spikevane, you didn't ask him about what unclean means. You just, like, said, well, it's really hard to be unclean. Do you know about the unclean term? Let me think about this. How could it be? Maybe it's because you're... yeah, that could probably be the case. The only one that wouldn't know in this case would probably be Underclick. He'd be only the character... Yeah, he would be the only character that wouldn't know about this. That would make sense. Unclean? Do you not know? Sorry. What are you? Slowly, the god whispers and goes towards Spikevane, since Spikevane can see him and hear him. Well, he could see the fainting of his voice. And he hears him clear as day.
Do not let him find out what I am. His strength is mine to choose. You will not reveal what he is. No one will reveal what he is.
By the way, that was a threat from the god, by the way. that was a threat.
If you hate roars already, German, if you hate roars already, you're gonna hate brutal T-Rex. This fucker uses his roars offensively.
I'm sorry. Damn? What do you mean by this? I'm asking a question here, Wolfie boy. Well, whatever you are, you don't even look like a wolf. What are you? By the way, I'm going to describe this for the general audience that is watching the stream. The term unclean is what I'm going to be using as a racial term to discriminate towards anyone that is not human. Such as, you know, positions that people use to identify people that are not of their societal position. I'll be referring to anyone that isn't human as the unclean, as a racist term to depict anyone that is not a human. Just so Chad understands, like, yes, this is how the society where Metal Cube was built in developed this term. Because for years, this has been a constant. Because I don't think we're going to be able to describe the story outwards, because at this current moment, it doesn't seem that there will be a conversation topic where we would push this forward.
You watch movies, right? You watch movies?
Pretty sure.
How many movies did you watch in a month? Instead of, you could have watched One Piece.
Wolfkin. No, you are not Wolfkin. I've seen Wolfkin before, and Wolfkin do not have 3 eyes across their cheeks, and their forehead, and their ear, and their cheekbone? What? Oh, God, you are disgusting. Please put on the helmet back. You are rather unpleasant. In general, and like we're gonna you guys are gonna learn more about the story later on, but currently that's what we're gonna remember what the term unclean is used for. It's a racist term used to describe any other species that is not human, basically saying that any species that isn't human is below them. Wolfkin with a curse. That qualify? Also, thanks for the compliment. Do you not know how to listen to, like, story, or what happened? Like, that was not a compliment. Blinks from the threat, shivering from fear for the second of coughing. Yeah, this guy over here, pointing at Under, I have no idea. I've just met him recently. Sarcasm. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. You should probably clarify that more often. No, you will not, Wolfkin. I'd see that. Slowly, as you say that, as he says that, his face contorts. Well, Undercleck's face contorts. It changes a little bit, and slowly his snout gets smaller, his mouth gets wider, and his eyes disappear from his face, as his eyes form right near his cheeks. Undercleck has not noticed this whatsoever, because it seems like at all times he just looks the same. There's nothing has changed differently. But this has happened to him, and he's not noticed this. But the minute he tries to talk, nothing comes out of his mouth. Sherman likes bullying me today. I'm not bullying you. I'm reminding you. That's what I'm doing. Slowly, a voice creeps out from the new mouth that was formed across Undercleck's face.
Hello there, dark warrior of crime. You, creature, have lived in the town of prosperity. You will join my champion and make sure that he is kept alive. I will see that a future will hold him. A future where my name is remembered. You and you will make sure of it.
The face slowly fades from Undercleck's face, as his eyes return to back where they were positioned. But now as a wolf, he looks nothing like it. Slowly, his face turns back to normal, but in a more feline appearance. Snout being shorter, his fangs being more pronounced, and his teeth jutting out almost like an orc's face. But instead, they were just sabers from a cat species known as the Kinra. A species not known to this area too well, but known maybe to another continent. But in this situation, Undercleck takes the form, and his face takes this form of the Kinra. Maybe the god forgot of what a wolf form looks like, or maybe the god itself was playing a sick joke with Undercleck's body. I gain a cat tail. No, you still have a wolf tail. Upon seeing this, James just recoils in disgust, just being scared to continue on with this fight. But knowing the voice that just came out of Undercleck's mouth that was not his, he just thinks to himself and just realizes he doesn't really have a choice at the matter. He can just join the army of whatever this is and just hope to anything that he won't be coming out of this dead, or at least come out of it without too many injuries. I don't like the long fans. My man, you can break them anytime. There's nothing wrong with breaking your fangs. Remember, your face morphs at times, randomly. So, you can keep them, or they can change. That happens whenever it happens. Oh, you're right. And then breathes slowly after seeing that. Oh, I swear, why did I get involved with? All I wanted to do was explore for fun. There's pacing back and forth of his life. Slowly, as time goes on, you guys notice to hear footsteps across the shore ledge. Oi! I heard some voices down here. We should explore down here. Might have seen those rebels walk themselves over here. Can't have any more unclean on our species, can we? Especially not after that war we broke out. What war? We never had a war. It was a massacre. We killed all of them. We made sure of it too. None of them ever lived after the passing of their lives. Well, obviously we killed them, but I'm not trying to say we're saints or anything. It was a killing. It was a war. Yeah, but you gotta celebrate it. Put your heart into it. We killed the unclean because they were unclean. They're not humans. They're not people. They're creatures. We never like them. All we care about them is making sure they're cattle. Besides, we need some new slaves for the slave camp. Now hurry on. Keep going down there and explore what the hell's happening over there. As you hear, the guard's footsteps come closer. There's nothing but sand for miles here. A cliff face, yes. But nothing much for you guys to make sure that you guys can keep yourself safe. So, you guys are at a standstill. Nothing you can really do here, except wait to see what happens. Or, engage the enemy soldier now. Your choices are your choices. You may choose what you want. Middle Cube cannot act at this current moment, because he's not here. Pacing from hearing the words of the people coming back. Idiot wolf, put on your hood. We can't hide here. Just prepare yourself. The soldier comes down, looking over to the ledges, trying to see where everyone is. As he slowly looks around, he looks around even closer, looking back to the cliff face, and he sees all of you. Now, tell me, why are you guys here? You don't understand that you're not supposed to be here? This is the shoreline. It's full of creatures known as the stabbies. Metal Cube comes up. Well, James comes up and says, the stabbies? Are you talking about those sea creatures? They're myths. No such thing as the stabbies. Oh yeah? No such thing as the stabbies? Let me show you. He grabs a little fire grenade from the left of his pouch, clips it, and throws it into the sand. A fire grenade in this instance is something that only Metal Cube and Spikevane have seen. Small little compact pineapples that are filled with a noxious fume that ignites when hit with a hard enough impact, as the shell on the outside shoots small little fragments in the inside of the shell and causes a shining spark that ignites the grenade to go into a small napalm explosion. The gas itself is the bomb. It's a fading, trickling mist that causes a burning to the oxygen in the air and burns the air that it breathes, anything within the distance. The explosion is really loud and almost fragmenting to your ears, but it doesn't really cause any physical damage, as it does limit your ability to breathe. As a loud sound hits, you see a large shelled creature burrow itself out of the ground with two large claws that swipe into the air, quickly trying to grab something. But as it grabs, it breathes in the noxious fumes, burning its face, and quickly as it retreats back down into the ground, drilling itself back into the ground with its own shell as it spins back down. Well, I guess I've never seen those things before. Mole.
I said it had a shell.
Right, I guess Underclick is dumb in this instance. No, they're called Shellies. What kind of knight are you? Wait, speaking of, a knight? You're supposed to be guarding the Callus. What the hell are you doing out here? Come on then, get back to your post before I report you to the commander. I know your badge here, Wellington. Stepping out of line again, can't believe you. And both of you, get back to town. It's not safe out here. I say I hear a patrol. Patrol my ass. Now get back to town, you dumbass. He hits you with his spear on top of your head. You take 3 damage. Sorry though. Don't care. He says as he steps away. As the knight finally leaves the area, you guys are safe for the time being as he finally leaves. Now that you've seen what happened in this area, you might want to start staying quiet, because you just saw what lives here. But your decisions are your decisions. This could be an opportunity for you to tame these creatures, but none of you have good taming skills. There probably isn't a way for you guys to possibly take control of this animal and use it to your advantage. But you could just try to leave this area and try to find a place to live, because currently you're under a lot of stress. This environment is completely out of possibilities for all you to use. So, what will you choose to do? Return back to town, making sure not to upset the guard? Leave this area? Or explore where you want to? The choices are yours. Meet me. Around. Safest option. Well, in my personal opinion, we're not going back to town. Both of you will be found out in any way, position, or normal. You are exceedingly going to be found because I know your species. You see, this is war. He pulls out a small little metal ball. I know these things are your weakness. Most of the town just got a new supply of this precious metal. If we go back to town, the entirety of this town will be covered in this metal. That's why the king was there in the first place. He came there for one specific reason. The fuck just happened? What? Town for one specific reason. And that reason was to give us back this metal. We've been dealing with monsters for years now, and the only reason that keeps the monsters away is using this metal. We made the gates out of this metal, and I don't know what the name of it is off the top of my head, but I do know it's blessed. So we're not going back to town, because I know both of you will be found. It's only a matter of time. But you did save my hide, and you did give me a drink. So I think it's only obvious that I accompany you to a little bit of an adventure. But only two, and get me payback and pay you back for the drink. For now, we're scampering off. We're not going back to that downtown. Especially not after my criminal record. Well, going south towards the sands would not be a bad idea. What do you guys think? Different town then. As you say that, James pulls out his hand and smacks you in the back of the head. No shit, genius. Now let's get moving. Alright. Put some wine to hearing that. Lead the way, friend. Okay. Alright. Directions we go. So, choose. You want to go that way. Alright, you're gonna have to climb a cliff face. You know that. Right? Like, you're gonna have to climb a cliff face. Yeah. So, does anyone else in this party want to climb a cliff face? Because the only one that knows how to climb up the cliff face is probably only, James. He's the only one that can do that. Omniclec has no ability or skill to climb up cliff faces. I got acrobatics. Let me look at your skills real quick. I've got to pull up the list. Also, can people like post hold on, I gotta pull up the list here. Remember, I changed your stats once you accepted the deal, my boy. Remember that. Like, I manipulated your stats. Reminder. Pull it up. Yeah, let me pull it up, because I think I updated them too. Okay, hold on. I gotta like turn on like turn off full screen. Okay, let me put it here. Oh, let's see here. Now you do have high acrobatics. Never mind. He is telling the truth. You could definitely try and climb up that cliff face. It would work. Hello there, Soul, by the way. I forgot to say hello to them. And go around the town instead, somewhere nice. With all the fancy blessed metal. Not wanting to be put in danger. Sounds bad. Guards are always patrolling around the town. He's right, you know. If I know anything about that downtown, is that they're always patrolling around. Why do you think I'm such a good thief around there? I always know what I'm doing. Speaking of, I do know we can go down these sands, and there is a small cliff face we can climb. Just nearby. It's a bit of a mountain. No, it wouldn't be too bad to climb. Wouldn't be as bad as these steep-ass hills, though. So let's just keep doing down these sands. Just keep quiet. At least for the time being. So, they chose to move across the sands nearby the cliff edge, right around here. Not into the sands, but nearby here. So, we'll be rolling towards movement options here. So, movements, positioned, we're going to do it with a D6. Where's a D6? Someone pull me out a D6 so we can judge how fast we can get over there. Well, actually, no. We're going to dictate encounters. So, because we're going to dictate encounters, we're going to roll a dice for it. There we go. Perfect. So, for this, you'll choose 3 encounters. 1, no encounter. 2, encounter. 3, no encounter. Alright, you guys get 1 encounter. When you guys move halfway towards the hill, you hear a rumbling towards the ground. An awful rumbling. A rumbling that'll even make anyone else shake in fear because of the sound of it. You guys saw it earlier. You guys don't want to deal with it. But the most things you could probably do is brace yourself for what's about to come. Spikevane, do you have a Shellmon on you? Like the Digimon Shellmon. Do you have a Shellmon on you? We're boned. This is not America or 2022. Those type of terms were not invented, at least not in this century. Okay. That is not Shellmon. That is not Shellmon. That looks stupid. I need Shellmon. All I got, I didn't grab all the models. Do you have a way to get Shellmon? Could you find one that has Shellmon? Because I kind of need Shellmon. Because if not, I'll probably have to show an image on like stream. Let's see here. See here. Oh. Nothing? Who keeps spawning stuff? Okay, stop spawning stuff. Like, literally stop spawning stuff. Alright, let me see here. Let's see here. Yeah, I think this will be a perfect version of the image. Yeah, we'll use this one. Alright. You know who else? Shut up. Promote. Yes. So anyone that's watching the stream that doesn't know what a Shellmon is, basically this. This is what Shellmon is and what he looks like. So essentially this is what the monster is going to look like. Kind of, not exactly, but you know, the skin's going to be different. The design is going to be more or less similar, but essentially it's a creature that carries a large, like, drillable shell. But in this world, the species itself uses its shell to drill into the sands. This one doesn't really do that. It more digs its way down with the sands and mostly lives near water. But this one, this is essentially what it would look like. See here, going back to the stream. Where is, there it is. See, Spikefane in the chat. There, I got tons of models. Great. Just give me a Shellmon. It's all I really want at the moment. Ooh. Are these all like champions? Oh wow. How are there more ultimate models than there are rookies, bro? What the fuck? Am I going to have to rip my chest open again? Kind of, maybe. Well, we'll see. So, as the sounds of the ground like tear open, I'm gonna skip this song. We're gonna go to the next song because this song is a little bit too peaceful. Too peaceful. There we go. As the sands rip open, you see a large creature shimmer itself forward. Was it the same one from last time? No, it wasn't. This creature was different. As you saw across its head, it was adorned with small gems across its skull, each one embedded into its head, as that was what the creatures desired, to make sure they were more affectionate and more eye-catching to anyone that watched them. As you would assume, this would be a mating call for any females of their species, but sadly you would be wrong. All these creatures reproduce asexually, so they divide themselves as a slime, and recreate themselves slowly, forming a shell around their bodies with sand that creeps around the ground. These creatures are almost an infinitesimal amount in the entirety of the sands. You will never even be able to count how many of these things could possibly live in this underground wasteland. As it turns over, it looks towards the direction of where you guys were. Can it see you? Can it visualize where you are? How big is it? We're talking like average. Your sword is roughly how tall are you? Like 6 feet? Yeah, this is double that size. And also like 6 feet wide too. Like he's 2 times taller than you. And as like tall as you are wide in its shell. As the creature creeps forward, looking around, it looks directly towards you and walks closer and closer towards you. The encounter of this creature is almost disgusting. Metal Cube shrieks and just demands, "We have to run now. We cannot fight this thing. If I know anything about the legends, is that they're impenetrable. Their shells are made out of such hard casings. We can't fight this thing." Any other objections from the general community here? Alright, I'm waiting for Spikefane. Sounds good to me. Let's get out of here. Sorry, shield friend, but I don't know if you are friendly here. The demo says as he starts running, can't be fast, right? As you all start running, the minute you all try, the ground reshapes. The sands mold. You see the fingers of that creature's divots dip into the sands as it trembles the earth itself and causes pillars of sand to form in front of you. walling your positions and making it unable for you to leave. Walls on both sides made of sand encapsulate and capture you within this dome, where you are not let out so easily. Sand was sand, obviously, but it was pillars of sand that just kept forming and forming as its fingers dipped into the ground, slowly as it creeped forward, further and further close to you. This is like the stories. After it does this, it'll cause the ground to collapse. Great. And it closes into an arena. And just as you say that, the ground dips as the sand clears from the ground, leaving you nothing but flat, redded concrete. The sand walls stiffen as they become penetrated walls of pure black sandstone formed across, unable to be cut by any metal as easily as most others, but they are still made of sand, which has its own issues. But black sand could not be cut by mere blades. It needs the source of something else to destroy it. The only one that would know about this information would probably be the human, because you've heard stories of them. Who's snapping his fingers as he grabs Nerfer from his band, holding it towards the shelled beast. Oh. Spare us, friend, please. As you offer the jammy bread to the creature demands to you and looks towards you with a finger pointed towards your body. It crawls closer and closer towards you specifically, Spikebane, and pushes a finger in. Can you not do that? Can you just not do that? Alright. Thank you. At least you're sorry about that. I was trying to type. I understand. No, it's fine. It's fine. Just let me tell the story, okay? It pushes a finger into the jammy bread, inspecting it with its finger, seeing it as what it is. It figured out what it was. Seemingly, now you notice something. It cannot see. No matter what it does, it cannot see you, people. As it inspects the bread, the creature growls angrily, putting its finger out for the bread and pointing it back towards the sound that he heard your voice from, and starts growling awfully. And from there, combat commences. And here we go. Alright. The creature is this position right here. It takes up 2 spaces, so this is the amount of space this creature takes. Compared to you guys, where you guys only take a single square, this guy takes 4 spaces. So, I'll also probably put this jamming bread back in your inventory for the time being, since I didn't want it. This is the combat arena. There will be walls across the area, so you cannot, like, this is the area you guys have. You guys are not going to be able to exclude that area. And so, combat commences. The creature itself, the spinies, as they're called, start to dig their fingers into the concrete ground, slowly lifting up a concrete embedded with its finger. It pulls it off and throws it to the only voice it heard before, Spikevane. The rock itself is roughly around the size of his head. It's tossed directly towards his chest. Roll for dodge. I'll roll for dodge or for parrying. What would you like to do? Dodge or parry? Dodge. Okay, let me see here. Gotta pull up your list here. Okay. Alright, you have a good chance. You got a plus, you got a plus 2. You got a plus 3 to your roll here. So, roll for dodge. Wow, okay. I cry. As the rock is thrown towards you, you dodge out of the way, moving one side to the side. But it tore a slide of your mask, breaking a chip off of it, because you couldn't dodge all of it. You're knocked off balance, but what mattered more was the mask is now permanently marked and broken, as one piece of the shard of the mask is broken off. Next move. The Shalmon, well, not the Shalmon, the creature can act twice within its turn. As from here, it moves 2 spaces forward and growls awfully at all of you, causing you all to fear for your lives. As you fear, the status that it causes you is you guys feel that you have to run away from this creature. You can attack, but your attack will have to take your entire turn. Instead now, you'll be able to move further than you could recently. So if you can move 2 spaces, now you can move 3 spaces. You can initiate an attack, but that'll take your entire turn. The smell of fear. Metal Cube takes his turn, and he decides to do a swift move, which is moving 4 spaces towards the back of it. Underclick, your choice. What is your move here? Spike, you still have a turn after this, don't worry. No. I told you. You have a fear status effect on you. You either take the move to take an action, or you move. There's no choosing between those two. You either move further, or you take an action. Attack without my blade? Like I said, take an action, or move. So you can take an action, but you won't be able to move. Alright. To form your blade, it will take 10 HP. Are you sure? Yes, alright. The sacrificing of your life has been embedded to you. You are knocked to 52. As you dig into your chest, you find the blade of your ancestors and pull it out from your body. The god sees this, and he looks at the creature that you're trying to battle. The eye of the Maker is formed on your blade as it visualizes and sees the opponent. It knows what it must do, and forcibly, the sword is changed. It is no longer a great sword. It is broken into pieces, and the shards are embedded into your skin. Slowly, as your armor changes and it morphs, your fingers grow longer. They sharpen into thin nails across each tip. Your hands look like they're made out of metal claws. As a form of a gauntlet is formed on both of your hands, you are now given gauntlet fingers. The god knows this creature, and from there, he cuts off your feet. Your feet permanently are removed from your body, but in their place, it gives you scarab wings of a bug. Skin-like thin wings that form on the back of your spine. That they could be used to flutter around, not making sounds of footsteps, but instead letting you buzz around the area. The creature could still hear you, but it would need to focus its hearing as the reverberation of your steps bounce against the walls. You are no longer able to long thrust this character, but you can now attack it and move a lot quickly than you could previously. Your attacks will not cause as much damage, but you are able to fight this fight in a different way, a lot more healthier than you could otherwise. But after this fight, you will lose your ability in any way to ever see this form ever again. No, what's a better punishment? Yes, got it. No, I think a better punishment would be that this form will start slowly draining your sanity. No, that's not even a price. Got it. Your eyesight will slowly start to diminish. As you see in front of you, you have perfect eyesight, but as slowly as this fight goes on, the shadows around the irises of your eyes will slowly creep up slowly and slower, giving you unable ability to see anymore after this fight. As this fight continues to go longer, you will lose your eyesight permanently. In this fight, you will lose your eyesight and be able to see for the rest of this fight if you do not find a way to kill this creature quickly enough. So the timer starts now, and the effects start next turn. This is the end of your turn. Spikebane, your turn. Noticing the interaction with jammy bread, grabs a nearby debris and tosses it away from anyone to create a loud noise against the wall. Aim, direction and aim. Pick up choose this little statue, throw it at the area you are making sound towards. There? Alright. As you hit the ground over there, the creature looks towards that area. It growls awfully, but it knows where that sound came from, and decides to head towards it. Will that be the end of your turn? Yeah, that'll be the end of your turn. The creature takes its turn. It moves a space. Then, it digs its finger to the ground and lifts up a large boulder of concrete. And it spins it within its fingers. Like a top, it causes it to form and yearn across the ground, cutting and dividing this area as a spinning top would across the area. So it would be like a spinning top would go like right through that area, causing the wall nearby made of sand to crumble and destroy that rock as it hits and impacts the wall. The creature grins, an evil grin, as its eyes shimmer, with its gemstones shimmering as well, as they sparkle a green, fluorescent blue, and pinkish light. That was the action taken of the spiny creature. The turn goes over to Metal Cube, which will be James. James takes another move option. Hearing these creatures of legend, he knows a little bit about them. Not enough to know directly what about them, but he knows enough. He moves to the side towards the back of this creature, using his stealthy feet to just make sure he cannot be sound. How many spaces would that be? That'd be 1, 2, 3. No, it would only move 2, so up to here. And from here, he looks around and searches his pockets. He sighs and knows what he must do. He grabs one of his knives and slowly dips his knife into his hand, causing a blood shortage to pour from his fingers. As the blood coagulates in his fingers, he throws it onto the shell. The blood trickling and causing little sounds to form across the shell. The creature, not knowing where the sounds come from, looks around, intending to not know what's happening. As you see his blood touch the shell, you see the shell itself slowly dissolve. Dissolving mixture seems to be melting the shell in a way. Was it the blood that was causing this? Or was it something different? You do not know, as Metal Cube has yet to say a single thing, because if he says anything, he'll be found out. This is the end of his turn, and he takes 5 damage from doing this to his own hand. Alright, Spikefane, it is your turn. No, your turn is not here yet. You'll take your turn after. Hey, you transformed, alright? You take this L, alright? You take this L. You take this L. You transformed. Alright. Watching what James did, he decided to mimic the way, using his claws to pierce his hand and cause a bit of blood to run towards the beast. Runs towards the beast and to use acrobatics to jump off the shell. Alright. So, oh yeah, he takes up 4 spaces, so he can move once and then jump over the beast with another move. Is that what you're doing? Yes. So, as Spikefang jumps over the creature, planting his blood across the creature, we'll roll for accuracy. Go ahead. Roll for accuracy with the blood. Since you are trying to jump him and plant your blood on his shell. Blood he does. Okay. Man, you are just not getting a point today. You trip and fall on your face. Well, you trip and land a little bit hard, causing a sound to form as you hit the ground. The creature, noticing this, turns his head and looks towards you as you made this sound, but you did leave the blood trail on his shell. As you see, the shell dissolves even further, almost like it's being a mud. The shell itself dissolving further and further and further down its own body. What could be causing this reaction? Metal Cube panicked, and it says, "God damn it, there's nothing like a building sandcastles," he says out loud, as the creature starts to tilt his head and look towards him now. On the click, it is your turn. Let's see if Underclick has been paying attention. And also, by the way, the only parts that have been has been made kind of, weirdly dissolving is the parts that are planted with blood across the shell. Observing what they did, he used his pointy claws to give him a chance to create blood in his hands. What? Underclick, what? Why are you copying everyone else? Okay. Guess I'll have to change this a little bit. I'm sorry, my guy. Because it seems to work. What do you mean? They haven't caused any damage to the creature. The creature's perfectly fine. He's still healthy. The only thing that's dissolving is the shell. That's it. Shell is melting. Yeah, but the creature's still perfectly fine. The creature has not suffered any damage. Shell gone, vulnerable. I don't know what you know. Do you know how shells work? I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna railroad you a little bit on the click. Mostly because I don't think you should probably do what they're doing. Yeah, I think I might. I don't know, man. It seems like I'm being mean to you specifically. I don't want to be mean to you. Let me just roll a little bit here, okay? Is that okay with you? Fine, okay. As you try to embed your fingers into your own hand, you see that your hands pass through your own hands. Your god talks to you one last time.
You know, this is not how I envision things. Rage take those gems from its eyes.
As you hear the voice of your god, he forces a berserk state on your character. You can now not do tactical moves from this stance, but your damage has been fiercely increased because of this.
Now, your friends, no. Allies, no. Lesser workhorses have weakened the creature. Now aim for the weakened artery. I share knowledge because I want a champion. Do not fail me, as I demand of you.
As that, you are forced into a battle stance, and you must take action to fight this creature. Can I still act? Yeah, you're just not given the ability to do the hand stabbing technique. You have to attack this turn. I hate how my microphone is positioned. I can't even like read the chat here and like this. I wish you guys can like use the other chat. See, I come over to the treasure show and try to hop on its head to tear its gems out. Sure. I guess we can do that. Roll for accuracy. Roll for accuracy. What, seriously? Oh, you rolled a 9. So, acrobatics, we'll give that a +3. Alright. As you zip towards the creature, you try to attack it across its eyes, but quickly the creature notices something deliberate and knows something is going on. It slowly tries to turn over towards you, but as it does, you miss your blow to hitting its eyes and instead hit its shell, piercing your fingers through the shell almost easily, like you're dipping your fingers into the butter. Dipping your fingers just straight into butter. As you noticed, you pierced through the areas that were covered in blood. One of your fingers couldn't have made it through, but the rest of your hand made it through as well. One of the shells were as hard as steel. You couldn't pierce that for anything. But the parts covered in blood seemed to let your fingers just dip through easily. As you dip inside, you hit something. You hit something meaty and almost heart-like as it pumps. As you hit it, you pulled your knife fingers off from its body, and the creature wails with a scream as it scurries its own body across the way. Knowing the sensation, it takes 3 steps for its own action, completely ignoring the position of the game, and uses hibernation. Hibernation forces itself into its shell and lets the shell slowly start to solidize itself once again. Now, I hope I don't have to explain what just happened, because if you guys did not notice what just happened, I'm just going to say, guys, like, come the fuck on. You don't. Okay. Good. Spike at this current moment cannot act. He has to finish solidizing his shell. It'll take this turn to do so, so he will not be taking a single action because of this. So, motions. I'll start with Metal Cube. Metal Cube moves again forward, seeing the shell being solidized, and pulls out his bloodied hand, rubbing it again across the shell, not having it patched up still yet. He then tries to clean his hand to make sure no sand gets into his fingers. Motion, underclick. Underclick, motion. Go back to the same place, the shell I hit. This is why I have to make sure you guys make accidents. Because it seems like you guys can make tactical moves. Alright, for accuracy. Also, by the way, how the fuck did you move that far? You were over here, right? It's gonna be 3 spaces. I guess you do have a fluttering wing. We'll let you move 3 spaces. Yeah, well, you can move 3 spaces. Alright, accuracy. Go. Does he have, he do have flight. Yeah, he do have flight. 19? Oh, wow. You try to dig yourself into the shell this time. And this time, you actually come through. You dig yourself into the bloodied areas, Metal Cube making this a little bit bigger for you to enter. And you almost dig your way inside. You are now inside the shell where the creature lies. The creature lights up its head, seeing you, and actually seeing you, as you see its eyes, as you see its own eyes roll up, as you see your bloodied veins across the Simmer appearance. Veins that glow and show a light towards your own body. It seems that it can see you now. It roars drastically, knowing that you are in its heart and willing to kill it. It tries to move its heart out of the way and tries to hit you, but you already stumbled into the situation, and you will have to strike now. As it tries to hit you, it guarantee rolls a 5, but that 5 is easily dodged by your character, rolling a 17. And as you do, the creature completely misses and has its grip completely whiff on you. Because at this moment, he cannot attack as strong as he could without its fingers being able to touch concrete or any solid material. His fingers are currently busy trying to keep its metal shell as metallic as possible. I was going to attempt to rip out its heart, MGR style, while you're inside of its body, so I don't think so. At least not yet. So, in the still action, you slice into the heart that you saw, slicing with your fingers across the way, causing it major damage as the spiny creature wails once again, demanding you to leave its shell, as its presence of you being in there is no helpful towards it, the blood of its own creature staining the shell, but making its shell harder and more brittle as to the features on the outside, as it changes color to a plasticky pink. Spike Fade, it is your turn. Then moves forward to re-grab the jamming bread, hoping the jam moistens. Will do something to the shell as it throws it to the creature. Sure, aim for accuracy. Roll for accuracy. Alright, as you throw the bread onto the creature, you try to hit the creature with the jamming bread, but slightly, it seems that your aim was off, not hitting the jamming bread's shell. But, you did land it close by, nearby Metal Cube. It's almost like a saving grace that you gave it to him. But it did not hit the shell, sadly. The creature takes its turn now. You all taking your turn, and now the creature demands for an action. The creature wails strongly as it tries to fight Underclock again while in the shell, striking it this time with a roll of guaranteed 10. What do you roll to dodge or parry? Dodge or parry, Underclock, your choice. Parry. Okay. Wow, you miss. As you tried parrying, the creature easily dispatches your parry, slamming your hands to the ground. And it digs its fingers into your chest. Its fingers running through your system and seeing what you're made of. You saw what it could do with sand. You saw what it can do with concrete. What will it be able to do with you and its fingers? You could still act in this moment. You could still attack. But you are now in the fingers of this creature. Now, the turn goes back to you. What will you do at this moment? Are the things that will be sliced off its arms? Yes. You can try. Remember, you have claws. You don't have a sword on you. Oh. Sylviatron, thank you for the little raiding party of 3. That's very sweet of you. You didn't have to do that, but still, thank you very much. Yar, raid.
Yar, mateys, we're living a bit of a raid to make sure your asshole feels nice and tight.
I'm sorry. Woo, raid. Funny. Alright, what did you do? Then I try that with the claws. Okay. What the fuck happened to the creature? What happened? What happened? Where'd it go? Can you spawn another one? Okay, there. Oh my god, where'd that... Now you have some expectations to level up. Guess who was recommended to you? What? I had never heard someone pronounce my name as unique way, but I am not upset. Is it not Silveltrion? Yes, I am now judging. Funny. I called you a gay Chad. You better live up to it. I am gay, but I am not a Chad. I don't know what you expected me to have, like, very masculine moments. You wanted a claw, right? I'm doing a little bit of a RPG type of thing with people trying to play characters on my current stream, but, you know, thank you for the raid. That was very sweet of you. You didn't have to do that, but still thank you. Dr. Nefarious, thank you for recommending me to them. Sylvestrion. Sylvestrion. Is there is no cock like horse cock. Thank you, Sylvestrion, for Sylvestrion. There, that's market. Sylvestrion. Tryon. Sylvestrion. Okay. I'm not... bro, at this point, just calling you Sylvester. Yes, you got it the last time. Okay. So, roll for damage. Oh, well, yeah. No, you don't have to roll for accuracy. Roll for damage. Wow, you were just bad at this. You slice its arms with the creature, but the creature still holds on tightly. You couldn't make it out to pull out its features, but it still has its fingers dead into your skin. Okay, I want to interrupt the D&D more. No, it's okay. You can interrupt as much as you want. I don't mind people interrupting me. It's just that, you know, I gotta make sure the story's a little bit coherent. No, the previous. I'm gonna just... bro, it's gonna be Sylvester. It's gonna be Sylvester the Lester. No, okay, I'm joking. Okay, back to the thing. Okay, who took a turn this turn? None of you have. Alright, so, Spikevane, it is your turn. May Lester, yes. Sylvester worries. Alright, Spikevane, it is your turn. What are your actions? I'm gonna make this actually very interesting. I didn't expect Underclick to get grabbed by this thing. Like, I legitimately did not expect him to get grabbed by this thing. So, this is gonna be interesting now. This is gonna be really interesting. Okay, you're gonna move closer, and what are you gonna do? What are your actions here, Spikevane? William moves closer to the thief and creature, asking, "Any ideas what we can do while giving a kick at that shell?" Well, at the current moment, I don't think there's anything we could really do. I don't know why he went in there. Those things don't really have much of a weakness except the shell. I would think the shell would be... Wait, you don't think... You don't think that... Wait. We have to get in there. As he says this, Metal Cube jumps right into the shell in front of you, doing the same what Underclick did. And as he looks inside, he sees what's happening with Underclick, and he quickly takes out his knife and rolls for damage. The creature, hearing the sound, as it looks over with its vein-eyed projectors, as it sees James for the first time. As he rolls for damage, he rolls a 10, an average roll, as he slices against once the heart. Alright, I'm afraid. I am afraid, but yeah, it's okay, don't worry about it. Slices one last time into the heart, causing a large scar to form across the creature. The embedded causing to bleed heavily. The creature unable to stand itself as the shell starts to get itself more encapsulated as its blood pours into the sand itself, forming the shell to almost become a sealed bond into it all. The creature lets out one hand away from Underclick's body and tries to dig it towards Underclick. This is giving the creature a free move, because its own life is in danger, and only knows to act quickly while it's in mortal danger. It strikes with a 14, and Metal Cube tries to block. Easily, he does, slicing that hand away from him and causing it to fall to the ground. The creature roars one last time. As the turn ends for all heroes. And the turn starts again, but Spikebane gets the first move due to his last turn was just talking to James. Your turn on the Spikebane. What was that supposed to be? Failed backflip. Sex. Funny. He then jumps and falls into the shell, looking for there's a weak creature striking it with his claws. You bounce off. You probably did not notice this, but the blood that you coagulated on top of the shell has faded away as you look for a place to jump into, but instead you're bounced right off as the shell itself has rehardened itself due to the internal fighting causing within the creature. You bounce right off, unable to get inside. Your move fails. Alright, back to the creature. The creature activates something with its fingers. As you see, it pulls them out of Underclick. As Underclick sees in front of him, his own heart is in front of his face. What the fuck did you just do? Who keeps rewinding? Guys, I'm doing a story here. Underclick's heart is yanked right out of his body. Underclick sees that his heart is on the finger of the monster, as the beating in his chest stops completely. The creature crushes the object that it has in its hands. It wasn't even touching the mud. Under it was drawing, probably. It crushes the heart, causing a black ooze to seep from its fingers down to its body. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Nothing. Then stop doing it. Pay attention to the game, dude. No. Pay attention. Its heart was exploded with its own fingers, as it drips its black ooze of his heart down its own palms, down to its body. Man, that raid was like quick. That raid entered, 7 people were inside, but then they all left. Damn, that was fast. The blood pouring from its fingers down to the rest of its body. The creature laughed hysterically at seeing Underclick's heart ripped from its body, but Underclick felt nothing. That was all, folks. Almost like he didn't need that. at all. Almost like he never had organs. The creature laughed as he looked at him, but as he looked more, it noticed that he did not faint in front of it. Why didn't you faint in front of it? It was confused, not knowing what was happening. Why didn't you die? It asked to itself. Underclick, it is your turn. Death stare. Invoke fear. Is that your move? Also, by the way, the fact that your heart was pulled, that's going to deal 30 damage to your character. Yes. Invoke fear. Okay. Does Under even have that? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't have a skill like that. Like, that's not a spell. Hello there, Under. Soul, how are you? Not die from you rip out their vital organ? Kind of fucking scary. I mean, yeah, that would be scary, but it doesn't mean that would invoke fear. Like, if you're saying the creature would be scared of you because you it pulled out its heart and it didn't kill you, that doesn't matter at this current moment. It's a fucking animal. Like, why would it care? Where the fuck is my box of earphones, dude? Well, alright, then I'm gonna attack its heart again. Okay. Let me see here. I gotta look for my headphones. Where the fuck did my headphone box go? Oh, there it is. Found it. Give me a second. I'll grab it. My headphones are starting to lose battery. Hello there, so. You slice against toward its heart. Deal damage. What the fuck? Okay. Roll for damage. Oh, roll for accuracy. Go ahead. Roll for accuracy. Well, you are just bad at these rolls, aren't you? The creature was able to block the attack, but since it only had its own body to block with, you still dealt damage. Damage roll? Go ahead. Do your damage. I can't see the dice. Okay, 20. Wow, what the fuck? As you try to strike its heart once again, it goes in front of it and tries to stop your blow. But the blow didn't matter, as you digged its nails straight into its head. As your nails pierced through it and grew larger as the nails went through. The nails protruding and pushing out large amounts of its internal organs out through its head. Fragments of its own bones were crumbling around the outside of its body. As your nails pulled out and killed the creature while in its shell. The creature unable to control its body anymore, the shell fully dissolves as the rest of the sands do the same. The walls themselves start slowly starting to crumble as the shell dissolves away with you all in the middle of it. Underclick, can you stop making references? Like, literally? Like, come on. Trying to make a story here. You just keep making Metal Gear references. I will mute you in the chat. I will mute you. Sad. I know. I can do that, though. Yeah. I made one reference. You've made 30. Example? Bro, we can like literally go up through the chat. Let me pull this up. Source? Bro, why can I not scroll up this chat? See here. That's all, folks. Death stare. Invoke fear. Let's see here. Well, we can probably go on. We're just making sure. Forget it. We all know Underclick did it. Anyways, Going back to the story. The combat is finished. You all live. Arnak taking the most damage from this entire fight. No, I just shut up, bro. Like, literally, those are all references. Shut your mouth. Arnak has reverted back to its normal position. I gotta turn on music again. Invoke Fear is not a reference, but okay. Bro, how is that the one thing I said like multiple ones, and that's the one you gravitate towards? This clown. This actual clown. Let's see here. As the creature was killed, the gemstones from its head fall out to the outside. They dip around the ground and almost seem like valuable treasures, but as you think about that, the sand starts slowly filling up the arena, as you hear the crumbling of the sand pillars crumble and dig towards back into you. You hear them crumble slowly as the chips of each sand pillar chip out one by one, the sands congregating in almost to a hill as it forms under all of your bodies. Quickly, James grabs as many pearls as he can into a small sack and says to all of you, well, it's about time we got out of here. So, please, after you. But to where? You don't know what he was talking about. What? I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I'm waiting because apparently there's more responses here. Can you guys even see the stream? Hold on. You guys can see the stream. I was like confused. Like, is it like, can the stream be seen at all? Bro, how? Like, how are you? How do you not pay attention to what's happening right now? As well as you should. I am. Then you know that you cannot rest here. The literal sand arena you are in is crumbling and destroying itself around you. Did I say I'm resting? Yes, you just said, I need a rest, man. I'm going to literally hang you by the throat, dude. You are literally doing the same thing. We're going by. Forget it. Forget it. As you saw James run up by, what is he trying to do? He remembered earlier that the blood he had in his hands seemed to coagulate and almost form the sand. As he tries, he grabs a bit of the sand and couples it with a bit of blood, throwing it into the sand particles on the wall. He creates small ledges for him to grab onto and climb like a wall. He does this again and again as he climbs himself up the wall, throwing his blood with a little bit of sand and pulling it against the wall, using it as stepping stones to pull himself up and up and up. But what blood was he using? Wait, he was not using the blood in his hand. He was using the blood of the creature. He had it in a small napkin, dipping the sand itself within the blood and throwing it into the walls, seeing as he's using it to climb up against the walls and over it. A quick thinker, he is. And watch how, like, Chad does not notice this. Stop bullying me specifically. Clever? What? What is that supposed to mean? What is clever supposed to mean? Hey, noting what James has done, quickly coats his sleeves and then his feet with the blood, running towards the wall and climbing it. And without me, he'd follow behind Valen. Okay. As the sand starts crumbling, as it crumbles away and away, the pillar itself stays still, and still forms its stillness, until you guys reach the tip top, and soon it crumbles with the rest of the sand, filling itself up, and it's almost like you never moved from the initial position. The body of the creature, slowly, drips up from the ground, as it's positioned above the sands. The sands themselves not holding the creature anymore, as the sand itself does not desire the creature anymore. The blood that it pours from the creature is now a remnant of a mark, is now the remnant of a battle fought with an ingenuity and remembrance of sand castles. Slowly, as the body of the creature dissolves, the sand under it turns black, and almost like stone it is formed into a small rock, as it's left nothing there but a black, solid stone of sand. In this position, one thing is left. A small emerald is left on the ground. An emerald that almost shines a devilishly green shimmer. None of you understood what this emerald was, but you were curious. What was this emerald that was left over from the body of this creature? What could this creature have done that caused all of this? What was this? Metala Flume, people tell me TTS is too hard to use for D&D, but this looks fine, honestly. What do you mean? Tabletop Simulator? Oh, well, I'm just doing a story, more or less. We're not really doing D&D. It's more like me just creating a campaign for the people watching. It's not really a D&D campaign, but it is kind of like that. His hands together, trying to get the creature's blood off of him. Looking at the emerald, it says, "That was a fight, so think does emerald have any bad magic in it?" As Spikevane says this, when he approached the emerald jams itself up through the mask of Spikevane and hits them in the eye. The emerald itself embedding itself within its own body and forcibly shimmering itself inside of his skin. The emerald appearing as a mark in front of his chest, and the emerald fizzling itself and embedding itself within his chest, almost as a mark of demonic power. As it shimmers through his body, Spikevane learns something. He learns what this creature was. The spike creatures. They're not called spikes. They're called the Nindara. the sand creatures of many millennia years ago, of civilization that grew and created an entire world in the sands that live within this colony. No one has ever seen this kingdom, but the creatures that are out here are nothing like the civilization that lives under the sands. This civilization is known by many as a peaceful commodity, but the creature you fought is a hunter known to kill you type of people, anyone that touches the sands, because the sand is their holy empire, and each to those that touches the golden fingers of sands, of the mother's hills, will be seen as enemies towards the entire tribe and are hunted down for their insolence. They are blind creatures, because the sun itself hurts them. As they see any sort of light, it would destroy their entire bodies. That's why they always keep themselves with eyelashes, with full-on eyes covered over their actual retinas. These creatures will never see the light in their entire life. The only light they will see will be artificial and man-made, or covered up by shadows. Because the minute they let the light pierce into their actual eyes, they will cease their living and be created into ashes that will be filling the sand itself. As Spikevane learns this future, he also knows the technology, knows what they've done, know what they've created, and learned a spell. Spikevane has, from this whole adventure, learned a new creature spell, an earth magic, called Titan's Touch. As he knows this spell, it is written across his skull, written across his memories, that he now knows that his finger can be implanted into any form of ground, any form of natural-born grounds, any form, and manipulated with the touch of his finger. His strength dictates how powerful this will be. So if he can lift up his entire finger with an embedded palm of concrete, he could then throw it, but then he can manipulate the sand again and create small statuettes with his fingers. But this takes heavy concentration, as his body requires itself to take 2 steps and form a tight bond with itself, to grab the ground itself and form its protective barrier. Or create small weapons made out of the ground itself, grab pieces of metal from nearby environments, and forcibly shape it into whatever he deems necessary. This comes at a cost. Whenever he would form something out of the ground or metals that you see anywhere nearby, it will slowly turn your fingers black. Until the blackness of your fingers fades away, then you may use the spell again. But as your fingers are stained with the blackness of the cursed touch of these demonic sand beings, the only way to fully recover it is to touch the mother's golden sand, which is the sand you walk on. And that is your power that you've gained from this. Remember to write that down into the Discord so you guys understand that. That is cool. So, Spikevane, you learned all of this. Okay, who keeps doing that? Guys, like, you gotta stop doing that. I was trying to type. Spikevane, come on. Every time. I admit, then when it was me. I know, but like, you gotta stop doing it. Well, now that you know what your ability is, will you share with the rest of the team what you just learned, or will you just move on from this? Was that on new, like, Maddie Fuffins? Okay, funny. Fatty Muffins, okay. Maddie Fuffins. It's a weird name. Version of what he's learned for the other two, and the creature, and what he could do now. Well, that really is something, but I don't see it. You just have a weird green thing on your chest, but whatever. We don't need to learn about more things. You are... Guys, Well, certainly an odd bunch. But we should get moving. I don't think we want to deal with any more of these creatures. At least not for the time being. Cool. I like the rock. Shiny. That is not what his character said. His character said, well, that's very interesting. I didn't think that would happen to you. Well, I hope it didn't hurt. That's what Nikolai said, because that was the most rude thing you could have ever said. Bro, backseat gamer, you literally just said, rock shiny, cool. Come on. Spike Fiend had a cool story moment, and you just had to ruin it for him like that? I'm a fuck... It doesn't matter. You can at least be supportive to your friends. Like, bro, come on. He is your friend. The most you can do is be supportive, dude. I said it was cool. That doesn't mean supportive. It just means you're jealous. He's not a bright boy. Fine, fine. Alright, back to the story. Alright, so now you have to complete your little walking adventure. He doesn't like dumb people. You guys made it to the ledge. This is the exit to the Golden Sands. He hates the poor, says the guy that is not poor.
Says the guy with the 44,000 pound car.
So, Spike Fane, is there anything else you want to do before you leave the Golden Sands? No, Sandin stores it in his own pouch. The hell are you doing? Did you just put sand in your pockets? Why would you put sand in your pockets? We're not carrying any weights. Wasn't allowed to do that.
There was no reason for you to do that.
I mean, why do you think James is questioning him? Why do you think James is questioning what Spike Vane is doing? No, you are not. Much about what I've learned. It seems that sand is useful to me, believe it or not. Valen says with a shrug, fairly content with his new ability. Sand? Sand? Sand is what keeps you alive. Okay, I don't believe that. Come on. How can sand be useful to you? He asks you, almost demanding an answer of how stupid that all sounded. Spike Fane, again, what the fuck? My boy, like, come on. Every time. We dipped to one viewer. Who's watching the stream right now? And who's not watching the stream? Must need, like, food, right? Need, like, food, right? What if it needs sand? What? The sand rock needs sand. What? And then it touches the cliff in front of the party. Using his Titan's touch, he tries to create some stairs, or at least some easy footholds. Huh? Well, that's very interesting. But I thought you told us about this earlier. Well, it is useful, though. At least we don't have to climb this stupid hill. Let's get going. I don't want to stand here for too long. But make sure you follow those stairs well. I know it will take a while. As you say that, your fingers slowly start to turn black, as it slowly goes down to your palms. The black and circulation of it slowly going until your palms are fully black. Oh. What, are you okay? Your hands, they don't seem fine. What? Wait, is this what you were talking about? Your Titan's touch? What is this all about? Is this the reason why you needed the sand? When he sticks his hand into the sand, yes, it seems the sand alleviates some of the effects of this magic. As you say that, the sand actually absorbs itself into your fingers, leaving a permanent handprint onto the ground of the sand itself entering your hands. The sand itself fading away, and your fingers returning their lovely color. The gem on your chest shimmering slowly, as the sand itself seems to enjoy it, as it slowly enters your body. Well, if that's the case, here. James pulls out a pouch and scoops up some sand into it, giving it to Spikevane. This will carry a lot more than just a single pocketful. Here. He says, giving you a pound of sand. It's a bit heavy, but it could definitely work to carry itself around. Guys, we're at like 1 viewer. And you guys not watching the stream? I know I have 2 of you at least here. Come on. No, I guess it's just on there then. Tell me when you have your sand pockets filled. I'll be waiting at the top. Twitch is funky with numbers. Funny. Yeah, so just that 1 viewer right now, and I'm sad because of that. No one's watching, bro. Come on. I'm watching too. It's at 1. Let me check it on like Twitch. Let's see here. It's at 1. Yeah, it's just at 1. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see it. Whatever, it's fine. And happily takes a large pouch and says, "Thank you, too much obliged." He says, as he's making the tone, as making sure it was full. Well, as you guys climb up to the top of the hill, you guys see that it's nothing much more than another road. What are we gonna do from here? You guys ponder to yourselves. As you see nearby, there's a mountain. Why even go to that mountain? There's nothing really more of there. But you do see another mountain in front of you. A wall. Almost can be seen by where you guys are at. A wall to a town. But you guys definitely aren't happy for what you guys are at. You're worse for wear, and you're not having the best time here. Forgot to reduce your health last time for that bleeding hand technique. Well, from here, your choices. You guys are up on a ledge. You guys are looking at a town or ruins. Do I remember any of the battles that you had in Berserk mode? Yes. Speaking of, your body is reverted back to normal to your cat-looking face. Cool. And your body is reverted back to normal what it originally was before the fight started. Forgot to say that earlier. Alright, where are you guys going from here? I see what the walls are about. Could have been town, which needs rest, as well as someone deserved. Ellen points to the town and asks James, "Any good to hide from? Also, any clothes in the shop? I'm a bit bare." Well, if I know anything about the nearby towns, they're not as good as the other ones. Especially not this one. Wait. This is a capital. No, we're not entering there. We're avoiding that town like the plague. In that area, the only thing I remember was the reason I left this town for the next. You see, the moat out there is not filled with creatures, not even filled with fish. It's filled with bodies. That is the slave camp. Unless they don't see us, right? In and out? I don't think you understand. There's no trade town in there. That's a slave camp. There is no trading for hospital goods. You go in there to buy slaves. They're working on mines down there. There is nothing for us to do there. So there's the... oh. Yeah. I mean, the most clothing they would have is probably just uniforms for the nearby soldiers, and scraps for the slaves. Enough glitches at bodies? Disgusting. Well then, friend. Any recommendations where we could head to? We can try the shrine. They never visit that place after they've forsaken the gods. We could try there. There's a small cave nearby. We could take a rest there for the time being and make it to the shrine once we make it through. Shrine it is. You guys all take a walk to the nearby cave, to where the shrine could be led. And from there, you guys enter the cave. Friends, we should probably take a rest here. I need to cover up this hand before it gets any worse. We'll explore the rest of the cave afterwards, but for now, we should get some rest. Any positions? At least there's food. And it is then. We're in a cave, right? Yeah, we're in a cave right now. Sits down against the wall and takes the last jammy bread, breaking it into 3 small pieces for everyone. Rest sounds good. As everyone takes a bite, the 2 of you regain your health. The jammy bread itself working surprisingly very well for Underclack, but he only recovers 20 by this interaction. Not as much as he did earlier. In the cave. What's around us in the cave? Well, there's small deposits of little bits of gems, pieces of iron in the walls, crumbling rocks, maybe some like grown moss, bit of mushrooms on the side. Nothing much to be too excited about. Mostly just pieces of what a cave has. Any cloth, anything soft? No one has died there. Again, no one has visited the shrines in years. So you cannot find any cloth here whatsoever. The most you could find that could be used as cloth is moss. Moss that grew on the walls. So is that the last of your jammy bread? My boy? Like, is that the last of your jammy bread? Because you had 2 cards. You already used both of them in the fight. Last one, if fight proper. What the fuck? Guys! Come on! He'd gather a comically a small amount of moss and down on the floor and then proceeded to lay on it and curl in a sleep position. Sorry. Unmod me, please. Alright. So I don't break things. It's okay. It's okay. Moss bed. As the other people look at you, they think, well, he was a big help towards the fight, so I guess it's fine for him to take a rest here. I'll take first watch. You two go get some rest. Especially you, Mr. Titan Wall. Titan Fingers. I don't know what you can do, but for now, we need some rest. Also, by the way, anyone wondering why I'm playing this character called James? It actually belongs to a different person in our stream, but certainly they did not come to today's stream. They were here earlier, but they're not here anymore. So sadly, they're not here to, like, use their character, so I'm using it for them. When will lose his fingers. Sounds good to me. He says trying to make a comfortable spot, like, to lie down. Spikeman, you do know you can, like, literally morph the ground under you, so pretty sure you can make a comfortable spot really easily. Hell, you can morph the walls around you. It'd still be rock. Yeah, but it would be smooth rock. True. It would blacken your fingers, though, because of that. And the only way you'll be able to get it back is through time or dipping your fingers in sand again. Depends on you, though. Meh, still does as typed. Okay. As you both left for your sleeping positions, you guys take watches and take rolls for who takes first watch. As time goes on, nothing really happens. All you can hear is the wailing of screaming somewhere nearby. Wailing of screaming that almost sounds like it came from a nearby town. As you remember what James said earlier, you realize where the screaming comes from. And you decided to just drown it out for the time being, because there's nothing you could really do at this moment. Because that'll get yourself killed, if you tried. As time goes on, nothing seems to go by, but the next day arrives. Clear as day. You all wake up all in unison, as a time to go to the rest of the shrine. Morning. You all wake up, nod each other's heads, and head into the shrine, as originally planned. As you reach the inside of the shrine, all of you look around to see what's in here. See what's at this area. Choices, choices, choices. Go on, you have choices. Is thunderbolt speed. Are they both? Oh, they're not Thunderbolt's friend. Well, those are names. You see, if you touch right here, and follow your fingers, you see that spells a name. As it points to each one of these symbols, this is Tharum. An old god that used to be a dictator in this area. The Rainy Wetlands is what they used to call this place, for it got dried up and no gods were worshipped. Those sands you remember seeing, those used to be hospitable, wonderful kingdoms. But then the kingdoms faded away. Nothing could be seen of those damn things. You might be saying that because of what our friend Spikevane went through, that I could be wrong about those sands not being a kingdom before. But I'd heard these stories. They were done millennia ago. Millennia of that place being a prosperous, wonderful place, where bamboo shoots grew from the ground to the skies. We'd cut them down for sugar and we would make surplus amounts of teas. Wait. Why did he say we? He didn't live through that time, did he? Why could he say that? Why would he say he would live through those times? Is there something he's not telling you? He remembers a lot for being just a petty thief. Who was he? And how did he know how to read those hieroglyphics? It's like he knows a lot more than he led on to. No one even described this language to him, but yet he knew perfectly how to say that name. How did he know this? From just existing. It's the first time he's seen these ruins in a long time. How do you know these ruins even existed? And he happily runs his finger over the stones, listening to the thief's words, pondering the name of the god. How do you know what the symbols mean? Valen asked. Seems you know a lot of this land like back of your paw. Well, I'm not a creature like you, but I do know a lot. Well, I think it's about time I went clean, he says as he pulls back his hood and gently pushes his fingers across his hair. You see as he pushes his fingers across his hair, that his hair slowly turns white to his fingers. You see him put his fingers forward, and you see that that was not his original hair color. That was paint he applied over his hair. Turns out, he's a lot older than what he seemed. Zeus, no. Shut the fuck up. Then he places one finger in his mouth, licks it, and gently rubs it on his cheek, revealing a large red scar across his cheek. You see, I am not human. I've been living here for years, trying my best to learn of this land. Because as you see, I'm from the past. As he says this out loud, you guys are astonished to even hear that's a thing. But knowing what Underclick is, knowing what Spikevane is, it's not really out of the ordinary. But then a question comes up. How the hell did he get from the past to the present? Now you might be saying to yourself, how'd I get here? From all that time ago. Well, it was a long time, I'll say that. He says as he pulls down his arm and shows large bits of rotted skin, almost seeming like they were frostbitten off in a large adventure across the lands. He gently pulls away some of the bandages to show what he's been through, and wraps them back up as he pulls his sleeve back over his arm. I've lived on this planet for far too long. Those mountains you saw from the past, they made me shiver. Because that is where I was left. After the War of the Ancients, is what they called it. I remember it as the civil union of disgust. I hated what happened there. I hated what it all caused. I hated that I was nowhere enabled to stop such rebellion to cause place. But it had to take some form or another. We were never able to agree on separate politics. Those humans, always thinking they were the better race, just because they can easily know magic, easily develop things because of their prosperity. Those things. If only they would let us say something. We couldn't say much of anything back then. Not even now. Especially not now. It's why I've taken this form, just to make sure that no one notices who I really am. I was frozen on that mountain for a while. And until I thawed, I finally made it down and made a life here. Living here for about 200 years so far. Well, 200 that I have counted. I don't know how long I've been alive for, in general. But I know in general, I will not last too long. Why does he say that? Why would you think he wouldn't last too long? Now you might be wondering, why is that? Well, because I'm old. Not as young as I used to be. Yes, I'm able to climb walls, do acrobatics. Yes, I am quite skilled at that. But as age goes on, we're always a ticking time bomb. So I've been making sure to keep myself healthy. Visit those hospitals so often. Make sure to keep yourself nice and tidy. And if I snag one of these babies, I'll live for a bit longer. As he says, as he pulls out a small little watch. Well, a small little silver trinket that you two do not know what it is. But to him, it is a silver watch. You see, as this dial goes tick, my heart goes talk. As long as I have this go tick, my heart will always go talk in response. My time here is limited, but as long as I have my tick tick, I'll always go talk talk. It's good to share this, you know. It's good to tell everyone what happened to me. But I know one thing is true. We have to stop this. This entire land is nothing but disappointment and disappointment. Nothing but slavery, disgust, and constant segregation with humans. No one is treated even worse than the animals of the forest. That poor village, burned to the ground it was. I saw with my own hands. I didn't expect to see all that. All the faces, all the families. And one wolf boy. The worst happened to him. That poor, poor wolf boy. Separated from his family, begging for revenge, but then dying to the sword that was hunting him. Those animals never lived. They never made it through. All because we thought that purity was the best form of flattery. Okay, did you say that like legitimately, or what did you actually have to say about that? Like, come on. Alright. Well, I think I've gone enough with my story. We're here for the shrine for a reason, right? We're trying to find something to help us out. I think I know what we could use here. He says as he gently pushes on the wall and pushes a small block from the wall into the rest of the stone wall as it falls down to the back, hitting a rock and splitting open into two pieces. The inside of the rock carried a small vial. He picks up the vial and pops it open. It has a liquid that seemingly he pours out. The liquid doesn't seem to stop pouring from the glass. You would think after about 2 minutes it would stop pouring, but no, it doesn't stop pouring. Then he slowly pours it over the letters of the name of this god. I call it Therium, right? Or Theramus. What did I call the god again? Can anyone remind me? SMT, something like that. We'll just call it Theramus. As he does this, the name itself glows across the stone. And slowly, a small light flickers, and a little fairy comes out. This little fairy looks at all three of you and dissipates quickly. Looks like that was the last of its energy. Well, it did tell us something. You guys did not know what the fairy could have said, but it seems like your good old friend James knows what it exactly said. To the east here, there's an old abandoned town. And in that town, we'll probably find something useful to us. Maybe some old clothes. But for now, these are all the directions we'll be able to have. He says as he puts back the stone together, putting the vial back into the stone, and putting the stone back into the wall. Sees we have an adventure in front of us. And this adventure will take us quite far. We set sail. Well, not sail. We'll be walking our way over there for the time being. But I'm getting tired. Tired of all this running. So for now, why don't we take a step back and we look for some stuff here. Until we can finally move on. Yes? Also, by the way, if you're gonna ask the walk, if you're gonna talk about the watch, please, you're gonna refer it as the tick-tick, because you guys don't know it's called a watch. But to all of you, it'll be known as the tick-tick because that's what he said it was. Please tell me that we have a place that we are welcome. Sadly, no. As much as I would love for us to be welcomed anywhere, Dominius, there is nothing for us to be welcomed from. This is why I take this form of human. Because again, I am no human. I'm a high elf. A high elf that used to be a king. They used to rule the elf kingdom. But now we are ostracized like the rest of us. None of us are brought peace. But there are a few kingdoms still left away from the kingdom of man that we can still choose to live in. If we enter those kingdoms, we may be welcome to some prosperity, but those are risks we're willing to take. I require a cloak. Well, I don't think we have a cloak here. The most we have is some rocks. Maybe some treasure here. Not that I remember. The most I can remember is every one of these walls of these ruins always has a directional fairy. That's as much as I can remember, though. Other than that, I'll be on to you. So why don't we just look around for the time being? We won't be heading to any adventures, not anywhere soon. Pulls off his mask and rubs over the chipped part of it. Any fancy thing here that could make a good mask repair? No. Again, this is just ruins filled with rock. You'd have to find something yourself here. One last question. Oh, speak it. Also, by the way, I hope you guys have been taking notes of this stuff onto the Discord so I can use this information later, because I will need this information later, just so make sure, because I can talk ideas, but I can never remember this stuff. So please, remember to put it on the Discord so I remember this stuff. More specification about that Wolfkin slaughter that you were talking about, Schizo. Shut the fuck up. That's really rude. Oh, the wolf you were talking about? Wolf. Alright. The village. Well, all I remember is knowing the story. It was a brutal massacre. Nothing I could remember could possibly give me more information, because I wasn't there in the battle. I had it from my own soldiers. They were given to be reinforcements, in a sense, for that entire fight. Sadly, all I could know is that they were there. They fought their wars. Were they victorious? I would never know. I would never know the reality of it all. All I knew is that I used to be on a throne. I used to be one of royalty. But nothing would have mattered. Because at the end of the day, I am who I am. And all I know was under my comfortable seat in the throne until I was exiled to the mountains. So the most I can tell you is that yes, there was a time where those people existed. But then the entire place was scorched from the planet. I don't remember the village where it was. It used to be just out south from here. Now I don't even know if it's still standing, or if trees completely replaced what it once was. But the fairy told us we should probably go west. Going south from here would be far too dangerous. No. Like I said before, it was a massacre. None of them are left. Even the woodland creatures that used to live there, the woodland creature tribe, they're all massacred. They're all gone. I don't know how else to say this to you. But why does this whole story matter to you? Just one? I'm sorry, friend. There is no one. There's never been any more. I would have known. I made friends with them. I used to be friends with them. Are you blind? As you say those words, slowly the god repeats itself towards your back.
You will not tell him what thy are. You are not to reveal what you've been. You are nothing without me.
I'm sorry, you were saying? Well, you were saying, friend. Nothing. Well, whatever it is, it seems that you're interested in this old town. We might take a visit to it, but first, we should go to the east. That is the best bet to find something of shelter, maybe even some clothing. Venel walks over the shrine area and his hands touching the walls and stones nearby, trying to sense anything of use. Can I speak to the god? Are you going to make a demand of him? Because you can speak to him anytime. You just have to close your eyes and concentrate. You just are not going to make demands that he's going to listen to you about. Converse with him. Sure. As Spikefang touches the walls, he finds out there's a small package of potions nearby the ground. He gets senses as he closes his eyes and feels in through the concrete, knowing about the sensations of the earth, and feeling a small divot of an opening nearby the ground. Only Spikefang can see this, and he is able to find this. He'd walk back to the cave. Alright, you walk back to the cave. What a weird fellow. Honestly, it's like he's possessed or something. And when using his bits of his Titan's touch goes to the potion, and they almost would stiffen for a sec. You'd think, but hey, I think I found something. Trying to distract quickly, getting the potions as he sensed. Ah, perfect. I've been looking for something to snatch. You open it up, and turns out it's actually a small medical kit. Filled with some potions to help out some healing, and some bandages to cover up any wounds. This could definitely be of use. I look like you haven't even started the conversation with the god. You're just sitting there. I'm waiting on you. No, you're just sitting there. You're literally just sitting there. You're concentrating, but you're just sitting there. You haven't started the conversation. What am I supposed to just like enter there immediately? Like, how the fuck am I, he's gonna know?
The entity speaks. Your position is given. Speak thy words. Questions you may carry, answers I will give, for a price, of course. A price you already paid. Ask. You are to take the kingdom of man. Take the kingdom of their will and force them under my rule. You are to be born a spawn, and your body is to be ripped open when the time comes. You will be forced into a pedestal. You will be mic'd into a god, and I will take your body as my own. You will forever live as part of me.
Why? I've always wanted to be a savior of the people, but not the destroyer.
Destroyer? Destroyer? No. I am nothing of a destroyer. There is no destroyer. What do you think? This world is created from a creator? No. There is no creator. There is no destroyer. There is only me, entity. And I live, therefore I control. My rules are law. And if you wish to be anything else, you can be segregated from my light. Question reality, if you will. But this is not a fairy tale. This is my story, my position of wealth. And if you will not do my will, I will break the connection. But you will obey, either by force or by will. Free? You are free. You can marry, you can live. But if I wish for an action, I will dictate the action. Freedom? Look at yourself. Do you think you are free compared to the rest of your kind?
He says, as slowly your mother's skull is placed into your hands. Your sister's skull. Your brother's skull. And slowly, the last skull of your father is formed into your palms.
You can do as you wish, but my will comes first. Do what you want. My will always surpass yours. Remember why you were reborn.
Make a sort of exchange that mostly benefits you. It's a small. I beg of you, hear me out.
Make your demand. Hero. You never wish to be a hero. Remember the deal you made. What hero kills a soldier for his armor? What hero takes a deal with a god? What hero is positioned to hell with me? I never said that. You are not made to be a hero. You are made to be my spawn. You will do as I tell you. But if you wish freedom, you are given freedom.
Okay, what you mean in that sentence is that you're telling me that if you were threatened, you're gonna protect your own life? Or what do you mean by that? You mean you're willing to do a heroic sacrifice? Is that what you're saying? If given the choice to kill or spare, I will spare human life, not like monsters or creatures. That is racist. The fuck? Alright, sure. animals. You think they aren't sentient? Well, you killed in the desert with sentient, dude. No, that thing was sentient. That thing had a life. That thing had a village. That thing had a civilization. I didn't know that. Bro, Spikevane told you. Were you not paying attention? I have priorities. Bro, I had no choice. Dude, these are terrible morals. You're going to break them either way. Like, this is something you are not going to keep. Like, if you can't decipher, like, reality from, like, from people's lives, it doesn't matter if you say, like, oh, I'm going to spare this person's life. You're not a hero. You're never going to be a hero. There's no such thing as heroes. There's just people defending themselves from the dangers that live in society. We will see. Bro. On the click. Your position is flawed. On the click, this isn't a story where you're going to be the hero. I never said you were going to be the hero. This is a story where everything will be crafted, where something is going to be hard decisions. Okay, then know that, like, you should probably just take that phrase back, because that phrase doesn't mean anything. Wishes to be a hero. No. Your character said he wanted revenge for the family that was destroyed. Your character never wanted that. When did they want to be a hero? Your village was burned to the ground by human forces. That's heroic? That's heroic. That's heroic? Dude, there's no light or dark. There is just a, like, magical, like, large amounts of gray. In that instance. No. You're not going to be seen as a hero by murdering the human monarchy. Nobody's going to see you as a hero for doing that. Not even your friends are going to see you as a hero. It's not heroic. Underclick, you have a lot of studying to do of what, like, internal politics are and what, like, general, like, problems are. Do you think the murder of Osama bin Laden caused any, like, positive assurance to the American... Like, bro, there's so many positions I could take here that you would, like, probably just say, like, no, but it's for the people. Like, no. Like, there's no black and white. There's just gray. I'm sorry, my boy. Like, the world doesn't work that way. If you say so. Yeah, man, just... I'll just say... I don't know where this guy is going to take this conversation, because it seems like... I'm not taking it back, though. So what you're saying is you want to be a hero. That's what your character said? You wanted to be a hero? Since he is fully a delusional character. I'm vibing with this since he's a funny delusional character. But it's a want. I know it's impossible, but it's a want. I mean, sure, man. You can do whatever you want. But even Dark Souls can tell you, like, lighting the bonfire or connecting the flames is a bad idea. The Age of Dark is a bad idea. All of them are just layers of gray. Even Metal Gear Rising fucking, like, tells you, like, killing this guy will not do anything. You're just killing the president of the United States. What will that do? Well, it won't save the kids. The kids are already harvested. You're not protecting anyone. Even, like, fucking, God of War. You're not protecting those people. You're massacring a bunch of gods that is just supposed to have their own legends to go through. But no, out of your own anger, out of your own spite, you want to fuck them, kill him. The guy doesn't know that stuff. No, that's what I mean. Like, your position is flawed from the start. That's what I'm saying. Like, your position itself is flawed. Because there's no going to be any heroes. Like, I understand you want to have the position, but like, know this. There's not going to be a hero. As a person, I know this. But my character does not. That is a good point. So I guess I'll say it as the god.
You wish to be heroes. You wish to be seen as legends. Legends are known to be demonic. Legends are known to be figures. Ask James. Tell him and ask him of King Radgul, the man that caused the humanity's death and complete utter denial of reality. Their heroes were positioned as martyrs. They massacred many, but their portraits are placed as figures of holiness. Ask him about this future you wish.
This was.
Because all in time will take place. Your position will not be revealed until time dictates it. I dictate it. My power? I don't have power. I have you.
He says, as the god places a finger into your chest and creates a tattoo across it. The tattoo is a symbol of your dead mother's skull embedded onto your chest. As it lifts the finger, it fades away, as the god completely fades from your line of sight. I am what's keeping you powerful. I guess you can say that, sure. You can say that. Convo ended. He forced the conversation to end, basically. And then hands the medkit to James. Here, clean up that hand of yours, friend. All right. But still, whatever happened to that old, creepy-looking man? Oh, there he is. Well, how was your little sleep in the cave, friend? We've had a little bit of a medical kit. And, oh. I'm sorry, what happened to your chest? That looks raw. Did you get a tattoo there? Looks like an old wolf skull. Reminds you of the old kin that used to live here. Again, that burning village I told you about earlier. Reminds you of some of their skulls. At least the ones collected from the war. Those bastards used them as like little neck chains. It was disgusting. But either way, I don't want to be too drowned. We should be we should head going. It's about time we went to east. West, I mean. Are the humans my enemy? Like, are you just asking that? Like, you can say that they are. To you, Kerr. Your choice. I'm not here to, like, dictate how your morality is going to be divided. I've told you everything about humans. You make that your choice. I wish them not to be. bro, like, I could say the same thing of, like, God, man. I cannot stop connecting this to the real world. I could say the same thing about Nazis. I don't want Nazis to be my enemy, but they are my enemy. Why? Because they hate every other race that's not white, Aryan males. But I don't like Nazis. Doesn't mean I hate them. It's just I don't like that their position is given so much ground they think that it's okay for them to do things like that. I'm sure they're not all bad, but that's what I mean. But that's what I mean. I wish they were a lot better than their position. Yeah, there you go. Underclick. I think you now understand what I mean when I tell you, like, there's only gray. There is only gray in this position. Like, I don't want to say all conservatives are, like, super politically, like, horrible people. But I also don't want to say, like, they're obviously looking for the best for all the trans community. Clearly they don't. I'd be the best type of gray. Bro, it doesn't matter what type of gray you become. You're still gray. You give all the optimism in the world, bro, but, like, you're going to still have to make heavy choices. You already showed that you're a really good murderer. So, you know. There we go. We should probably be heading off. No use sitting here. Well, next time, the adventure's taking us to the west. To the village that was abandoned. And that is where we'll end off the story for now. Today's little session is going to end off right here. Oh, okay. Still, thank you all for watching. This was very fun. That was fun. Yeah. Spikevane learned a new power. Soul was here. Underclick is questioning his life choices. And Metal Cube was nowhere to be found. Sad, but true. Metal Cube was nowhere to be fucking found. Where the fuck was Metal Cube all this time? Like, come on, man. I mean, like, yeah, I kind of made the story, like, a little bit more interesting without him. But, like, still, this is his character. And the fact he wasn't here was a bit, it's a bit sad. I'll say it. It's a bit sad. I think I'll just be taking control of his character for the rest of the streams. Next time on DnD, I fucking lose it and become Chaos Incarnate. James soon to be the nearest nearest NPC. What did you say in chat? Neatest NPC. What do you mean? What'd you say? The neatest NPC. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Yes, neatest NPC. What does that mean? Alright. As you guys have heard the story, please go to the Discord and write this all down, because, like, I'm not gonna keep track of all this shit. Like, trust me, I'm gonna completely, like, unremember a lot of this shit. So please go to the Discord, write this all down. Please go over there, do that for me, please. I'm not gonna remember all of this shit. But yes, please go to the Discord and please do that. I'm gonna close this game here. I'm gonna press the X right now. Right there it is. But yeah, Metal Cube was not here, sadly. Hello there, Soul. Yeah, he wasn't here. He was supposed to take one of the characters, but sadly he was not able to do that. No. No, I did not. I'm dead tired. It's fine. We know where we were. We know where we were. Besides, you just upload this stuff anyways, right? We'll just upload this stuff anyways. Still, guys, go to Discord. Please write down everything you remember about the story, because, like, I don't remember at all what I, like, wrote down, dude. Just, like, ask me for, like, questions later on, and I might be able to remember. But for now, man, I'm fucking tired. You guys go get some rest. I know it. It was Underclick. It was Underclick. He was not watching all this time. It was Underclick. Because the viewer number went up to 4 now. It was Underclick this entire time. Bro. Underclick, what the fuck? You said you have my stream open this entire time. Bro was lying to me. He was lying to me. Bro, what the fuck, dude? Come on. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. The viewer count was on 3. Now it's at 4. When you chatted, it's now at 4. Alright? Alright? I'm calling it. Nah, I'm calling it. You were not watching. You were not watching this entire time. I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe it. Hell yeah, Under. His PC sucks doo-doo. Very true. But for the time being, that'll be all for today's stream, man. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time as well. I hope you guys had a nice day with Mr. Streamer. I'll see you all next time, though. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. And sleep tight, everyone. Remember, keep all this information to the Discord. I have to remember to tell you guys to keep doing that because I'm not going to remember. Like, I'm legitimately not going to remember all that kind of shit. So do keep that in mind for us. Well, still have a nice night, everyone. Have a nice night. And for all you watching the recording, thank you all for being here. I'm going to upload this onto YouTube, and I hope you guys enjoy what you watched. If I'm allowed to. Next time, I'll ask God if to turn me into a cat, maybe. If I'm allowed to. You're perfectly allowed to do that. Semi-joking. I mean, like, if you want to be a cat, you can be a cat. Your choice. But again, I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. And have a nice night. I'm going to do the outro. For you're recording, it ends here. Goodbye, everyone.